Welcome back, and tonight we fight my old friend, Jin Dahaad. You know, this is a cool looking fight, but there's really nothing about going to the high rank version that actually makes it all that much more entertaining. He hits a little bit harder, and yeah, I carded on an attempt previous to the one that you're seeing right now. Triple carded. But it was largely because I found myself stuck without ice pillars at an inopportune moment. I'm not sure what it is about this fight, but it bores me. He's a cool looking creature. His attacks are really cool looking. His armor and weapons are really cool looking. And it's interesting in the sense that it kind of guides you to try to break all the little fins on his body to make this progress along. But it feels like a siege fight that's not really a siege fight. Like, even summoning in the other 4 people from an SOS, it just feels like his health pool is too big. Because it still takes substantially longer than other fights. Now, that might be just simply me playing bad, or it could be my obsession with trying to get tail cuts, which I'm starting to realize in the 4-player mode, even if it's SOS, your odds of getting a tail cut are basically 0. So I've not really found a need to go back in and farm one because the tails just end up dropping anyway, but whatever, that's neither here nor there. I wish I liked him more. I even like his name. There's everything about the creature I like except for the actual experience. And he even has some of the hallmarks of a traditional siege fight. Like, he moves from location to location as his health changes. At least that's what I think the triggers are. And you can tell me whether I'm wrong or not down in the comments, but it just, I don't know, he's just not super entertaining. He's not difficult enough to really feel like a substantial threat unless you just face tank it like I do. But he's not really easy enough or fast enough to get past some of the faults of the fight. Maybe there will be a siege version of him at some point, but it really feels to me like they intended for this to be a sort of pseudo siege and just didn't go all the way with it. I really want to like it. Like, I desperately want to like this fight. I think the aesthetics on the creature is beautiful. I think he managed to encapsulate everything about some sort of intimidating monster. Its size is impressive. His attacks are visually impressive. A lot of the things about him, like, it's 10s across the board until it gets to the actual experience. And the actual experience is just boring. Like, I haven't farmed him up enough to make all the armor and whatnot because I just don't want to fight him that many more times. I don't hate him. I just am not entertained by the actual encounter. And there's a lot of easier encounters so far in this game. And that normally doesn't spoil a fight for me, but something about him just, it's not hard enough to be interesting, but yet again, not easy enough to be forgivable for not being interesting. Like, I don't know, if they cut his health down enough to drop about, I don't know, maybe the last 5 minutes off the fight, or it was relatively easy for mediocre players like me to get him down below 7 minutes or so, probably wouldn't be too bad. Maybe it's a different weapon. Could be Gunlance is just a bad matchup for him and I need to go back in and try him with something else. Actually, now that I say that, I might take in my Charge Blade and do another attempt on him. Tell you what, if I take in a different weapon and it's a different experience, I'll post a different video and put it up like in the playlist in between this one and the next one. Because just in case you haven't noticed, I'm just going through the series of high rank fights at this point. So this guy meets you not in chapter 4, but I think chapter 5. The next to last chapter is where you start cycling back through all the apexes again. Yet again, everything about this fight I enjoyed on paper, like just now being able to pull down one of the ice pillars to hurt him, or trying to decide whether to save them just in case he does his ultra attack. Because you have to have them to guaranteed survive the ultra. There are some ways around the ultra if you don't have a pillar, especially if you have a longsword, because I saw a pretty cool video of someone doing one of the dodge slashes through the attack itself, coming out the other side with 0 damage. So that was cool. But if you don't have something like that, a well-timed Superman dive with a full health bar, and I guess mediocre armor, because I wasn't hyper upgraded at this point, is enough to leave you with just a sliver of health. So I've done that before. In low rank, I messed up the dive and everything and just got straight on full force hit by it. but I guess if you have full health and you actually have the health boost from a meal, it's enough to survive with just a little sliver. And that right there, that's also a cool mechanic. Him climbing up on something, and as soon as his attacks do enough damage to it, you can pull him down and hurt him. Really cool idea. The fight's just too long, so it gets boring. When I get bored, usually when I start dying. But I don't know. I really, really want to like it. I really want to like everything about it. I think he looks awesome. His armor is awesome. His weapons are awesome. So I've got to find a weapon that I find fun to fight him with. And oh no, yeah, I found a pillar to hide behind. Forgot about that one. That's a cool mega attack. A lot of this stuff, awesome. The fight's too long. I'm going to finish talking, and there's still going to be about half the fight left. And I don't blame you if you want to watch it. It's fun to watch. He's a giant bone dragon thing. That's not Val Hazak. Yeah, cool. Watch the ice worm. Cool fight, badass looking monster. Just kind of boring. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Remember, if I can kill it, so can you. Or if I can beat it, so can you. Been kind of alternating between the two, but they're both true. Anyway, have a good night.
No need to thank me.
Tough it out! We could use those floating rocks up there.
Good, keep going.
Still have fight in me.
have its attention. We'll have to try another rear shot.
okay?
Come on, you're better than this.
Ah, good. Let's go look for changes.
Fine result.